I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways.
2 tables away from Trump, and I'm looking at him like, man, this is too much, you know?
The legal
Who is in charge? Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk, Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, you know, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs. Watch out.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it.
They were talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
The legal showdown between Elon Musk and The View has captivated the public and legal experts, alike sparking heated debates on media responsibility, free speech, and the consequences of public figures making unsubstantiated claims. Musk's defamation lawsuit against the popular talk show ignited a firestorm of commentary, with Musk accusing the show of spreading harmful falsehoods about him and others, including Senator J.D. Vance. Musk's legal team argued that public figures like Vance should be held accountable for their statements, especially when they affect someone's reputation or career. As the case folded, Musk's legal team presented a series of social media posts, interviews, and public statements from Whoopi Goldberg and the panel, arguing that these comments were not only baseless but had caused significant harm. Musk himself took to social media, calling the accusations reckless and accusing The View of trying to undermine his legitimacy and business endeavors. For Musk, this lawsuit wasn't just about clearing his name, it was about pushing back against a mainstream media he feels distorts the truth and fuels division on the other side of the battle. The View found itself in an uncomfortable position, trying to defend the free speech of its hosts while also grappling with the serious legal implications of Musk's suit. The show's producers rallied behind Whoopi, asserting that the comments made were protected by the First Amendment. However, they couldn't ignore the growing legal pressures. Legal experts across the country weighed in on the potential ramifications of the case, and the media landscape was left wondering how this legal clash could shift how public figures are treated. In the media, public opinion was divided. Some rallied behind Musk, agreeing that The View had crossed a line in its criticism of him. Others defended Whoopi, claiming her comments were protected speech and part of the show's dynamic and controversial format. Still, the big question lingered: could Musk, with his immense wealth and legal resources, overcome the formidable power of one of the most influential daytime talk shows? As the case progressed, it became clear that this was about more than just defamation. It was about the delicate balance between media freedom and responsibility. Musk's legal team brought the weight of federal scrutiny into the matter, arguing that Whoopi's accusations didn't just damage his reputation, they could erode public trust in institutions and create unnecessary division. In their view, when influential media figures make UNS-reported claims about public figures, it could have long-lasting consequences for society's perception of key political and business issues. Meanwhile, Whoopi's explanation for her comments blaming her cat for tripping her up did little. To quell the storm, critics viewed this as an attempt to dodge accountability, further fueling the controversy. It seemed less like a sincere apology and more like an attempt to trivialize the situation. Legal experts suggested that this response could weaken The View's defense, making it more difficult to argue that her statements were simply opinions or satirical commentary. As the legal battle raged on, Musk's team demanded a public apology. The pressure mounted, with Musk's lawyers warning that without an admission of wrongdoing, they would press forward with the lawsuit. What began as a media spat had evolved into a major legal confrontation, one that raised critical questions about the ethical responsibilities of media personalities and the influence they wield over public opinion. The case became a flashpoint for discussions about media accountability and the increasing power of social media. In shaping public discourse, federal authorities now had a stake in the matter, recognizing the potential for this case to set a precedent on how the media handles defamatory remarks, particularly when those remarks involve high-profile figures. But the drama didn't end there. The departure of Whoopi Goldberg from The View shocked many, sparking speculation about ABDC's decision to let her go. While the official explanation cited the mounting legal pressures, some believed it was a strategic move to protect the network's reputation after Musk's victory. In court, it seemed that ABC wanted to distance itself from any further legal trouble. The network's decision to part ways with Whoopi was seen by some as a reflection of the evolving role of media accountability for The View, a show already criticized for its political bias and often divisive debates. This was a turning point. It highlighted the tangible legal and reputational risks of unchecked commentary. The incident may mark a shift in how media outlets handle controversial statements, especially when they involve powerful figures. The rise of social media and the ever-increasing scrutiny of public figures mean that the line between opinion and legal liability is becoming more blurred. Whoopi's exit and Musk's legal victory have ignited conversations about the broader implications for the media landscape. Some argue that Musk's success in the lawsuit signals a need for greater caution in how media personalities comment on public figures. The judgment may serve as a reminder that media companies and their hosts must be more careful about making unfounded claims that could damage a person's reputation. This case challenges the idea that media personalities are immune from the consequences of their words, particularly when those words can have serious consequences for individuals in the public eye. Others worry that this case could set a dangerous precedent for free speech. If media figures begin to self-censor out of fear of lawsuits, it could stifle important debates and lead to a more cautious, less confrontational media environment. Talk shows, especially those like The View, thrive on strong opinions, debate, and sometimes biting satire. If hosts are constantly afraid of legal backlash, the media could become less willing to engage in bold comment. Ultimately, this case brings up the essential question of how to balance media accountability with the right to free speech. While it's vital to hold media figures accountable for harmful or false statements, we also need to preserve spaces for open dialogue and discussion, even on controversial topics. The challenge lies in finding that balance between protecting reputations and maintaining the freedom to debate difficult issues. So, what do you think? Should the media be more accountable for its statements? Or does this case risk chilling free speech and honest debate? Let us know your thoughts.